What's going on, everyone? StealthyWolf here. Welcome to a video probably no one's going to care about. This is my opinions and stuff on the Modern Warfare 2 beta, and so presumably what most of it is going to sort of transfer over into the main game. And I just wanted to say it here just because I uploaded like a full stream of it, so I wanted to give my opinion. And unfortunately, this seems like a Call of Duty I'm going to skip. And don't get me wrong, it's not for the same reasons as Modern Warfare 2019 and Vanguard. So I went into Modern Warfare 2 beta with an open mind. I like to think I went in there with an open mind somewhat. Because I was like, I guarantee this is going to feel exactly like Modern Warfare 2019 and Vanguard and Warzone. But it didn't. To my surprise, it didn't. It felt a lot better. It still had the same rough mechanics, you know, the tactical sprint, or is it super sprint? I don't know what they call it specifically. You know, they added the diving mechanic, which sliding and diving, it's really stupid. And obviously there's a bunch of other stuff they added. But overall, the gameplay mechanics, 100% better than Modern Warfare 2019. I definitely feel like, you know, if... that's a difficult thing to say, because I definitely would play this. This definitely seems like a Call of Duty that I would play. However, because it still has the same rough base mechanics as Warzone, Modern Warfare 2019 and Vanguard, there are still the people who play Warzone 24/7 and do all the slide cancelling, all the, you know, all that movement, all the sweaty fucking cracked out your head movement, and all that kind of stuff, and that transfers over into the Modern Warfare 2 beta. So yeah, that's kind of the bit where I was like, I don't want to play this that constantly. There are a couple of things that made me do want to play it, that made me have oh, this could be interesting if they do it this way. But then I played a bit of the second weekend of the beta, and I was like, no, they've reverted on that. They've either reverted on that, or it was like a bug, an unintended bug, as it were. So, unfortunately, bless me. Sorry. That I don't. I mean, the campaign's going to be good, so I don't have high or low expectations for that, I guess. The Spec Ops, oh god, as long as they don't fuck it up like Modern Warfare 2019, but considering they probably will, yeah, unfortunately it'll probably be the same thing. So the multiplayer was going to be the thing that would lure me in, but with everyone being cracked out of their minds, it's ridiculous. Now, I would like to talk about SBMM for just a brief second. I know everyone talks about it, but I want to talk about it from my perspective. It might be my perspective, and, you know, I might be the only one with this opinion, or there might be some other people that may have this sort of similar opinion, but I think SBMM is blown out of proportion way too much by YouTubers and esports Call of Duty players. You know, Call of Duty League players, right? These people are the best of the best, you know? Like, these are people that play Call of Duty for money in big tournaments, you know? They're big esports team sort of people, you know? And everything like that. And obviously YouTubers are, you know, must be, you know, doing amazing kind of gameplay stuff. Otherwise they wouldn't be as big as what they are on YouTube as a Call of Duty YouTuber. But I think when they complain about SBMM previously over the past few years since Modern Warfare 2019, because I can't really say much for Black Ops 4, because if I go play Black Ops 4 now in multiplayer, it's just full of sweats, level 1000s, and I can't really play the multiplayer because it's kind of just broken. But if I play Call of Duty World War 2, that Call of Duty I never really experienced sort of strong sort of SBMM in any way, or SBMM in any way, because I play War and I play Shipment. So yeah, so sort of beforehand I can't really say much, but if I say from sort of my Cold War experience, and then obviously, you know, sort of the Modern Warfare 2019 beta and the Vanguard beta, and what people have said and shown and everything like that, people have blown it out of proportion so much. Yes, okay, I do agree that when you search for a public match in Call of Duty, you should be basing it more on connection first, then skill after, right? Like that should 100% be a thing. That should be the main thing that should be happening when you click search for a public match, right? What I completely disagree with all these YouTubers and esports people, right, is that SBMM is ruining the game, right? Because it's always the same complaint. It's always the same thing of like, we want to try and get better, or we want to have fun, and it's like, well, if you're getting better and then you're being put up against people who are good as well, or like same skill level, and then you're complaining that you're being put against people with a similar skill level rather than being put against noobs. Which, obviously, everyone wants to be put against noobs in a Call of Duty public lobby, because, you know, then you get an amazing game. Then you go fucking 50-1, you know, that kind of thing. But look, it just gets blown out of proportion so much, and I would go into a whole thing. I've already taken way too much time just talking about it here, but that's because in the Modern Warfare 2 beta, Modern Warfare 2022 beta, the SBMM was very harsh and very obvious. More obvious than before. Like before, yeah, okay, skill-based matchmaking, people say it is like a, you know, it's a bad thing. It's not. It's what you should be doing in Call of Duty, rather than just randomly pairing you with, you know, disproportionate levels and whatnot. And disproportionate skill levels of everyone in who's playing the game. But I played the Modern Warfare 2 beta, and I played my first match, and I had such a good match. I had such a good game that I was like, oh, you know, the gameplay actually feels more fluid. It doesn't feel clunky as anything. You know, it feels like they actually like got Modern Warfare 2019 and then went, okay, how can we make this more Call of Duty gameplay-ish rather than just a battle royale sort of gameplay. And they, you know, completely fixed that. And then I had so many matches where I was just getting destroyed. I was getting, you know, like, I was winning domination matches with a 5-23, you know, but we were winning because I just kept running for the objective and then capturing it while everyone else was, you know, doing cracked out of their mind movement or shooting people across the fucking map. You know. But then, when I'd have 3 or 4 shitty games in a row, I'd then have one amazing match where I was like, I feel like, oh, I actually know what I'm doing, you know? And then I'd have 4 matches again that were, like, full of me getting destroyed. Now, normally, with SBMM, what happens is, if you're doing really good for a couple of matches, yeah, you get put with people of sort of that higher skill level. And then if you do terribly, you get dropped down a bit. And if you're using the fucking shield or a melee weapon, then you go down quite a lot to, you know, sort of new bot lobbies. But it was always you got a couple of matches in the easy lobby before it put you into a harder lobby. For the Modern Warfare 2 beta, I got put into difficult lobbies after having one good match, and then I was put into multiple matches where I was doing terribly, and then it dropped me down. And I don't know whether that's to combat reverse boosting. I don't know if that's kind of to kind of do anything like that. But if that goes forward into the full game with that kind of harsh SBMM, yeah, I will have to say SBMM is becoming a problem. I'm not, again, if you want me to go into SBMM, just, you know, like put a comment down below and I'll make an entirely separate video. But more for the Modern Warfare 2 beta, the maps were the maps were just really awkward. I played that new map, the museum map. That was a terrible map. That was horrible. The Farm 18 map, where it had shoot house, what they called the area shoot house in the middle of the map, that was horrendous. You either went in the middle and you got people who were camping in the middle, or you tried to go round the outside and people were camping the outside. Then there was the problem with some of the maps being ridiculously small if someone was using double time. I remember literally in my last match of the beta, I played on Farm 18, started at A side, I think, but it was team deathmatch. So I went on top of the container, laid down, and I waited. You know, I was just like waiting for someone to come around, sort of by the bus. Within 10 seconds of the match starting, 10-15 seconds of the match starting, someone already from the enemy team had rushed round using the double time perk, rushed all the way round to behind my team and then executed me. I don't think that should be possible. I don't think that should be possible where you can literally, in the first 15 seconds of a match, just using a perk, run all the way to the other side of the map where the enemy spawns, and I don't think that should be possible. And then there's a lot of other things that I will talk about. The perk system is horrible. It's stupid. Why do we have to earn perks during the match? Why is there that earning perks during the match? That's such a stupid thing. And also, like, okay, I guess it was the beta, but there wasn't even that many perks to choose from. So it was like, okay, well, what perks do you want? Well, I'm going to take EOD and Tactical Mask. You know, Flak Jacket and Tactical Mask. Why? Well, because nothing else is useful. Scavenger isn't useful because I die in 2 seconds. Tracker's only slightly good. Extra Tactical is kind of good, but the Tacticals are very ineffective half the time. Yeah. And it's like, oh, you earn this first perk, and then you earn this better perk, and it's like, well, why? Why have they done that? They haven't explained anything about that kind of perk system. When I got into the beta, I was like, they haven't mentioned anything about this perk system, and I was looking at it like, you earn perks? How the fuck do you earn a perk? Like, is it based on time? Is it based on score, kills? I think it's based on time, but that's just a stupid mechanic, because then it's just like, you're waiting to get fast hands, to reload faster. You're waiting to get, you know, fucking the Eagle Eye perk, or Ghost, or Hardline, and it's like one of the sort of, because it's bonus and then ultimate perk. One of the bonus perks is extra lethal, and I'm like, what? Why would that be a perk you earn? Surely that would be a perk you start off with, because you start off with, you know, you spawn in the game with an extra lethal, because there's extra tactical. So I think the perk system is really fucking stupid. Especially if Specialist is going to be in the game. Then let's get to the fucking kill streaks. Kill streaks / score streaks. Why? I can understand for kill streaks why you can't have, you know, sort of a 4 kill streak and a 4 kill streak being the same thing. Even though that's what you could do if you used a certain basic training in Call of Duty World War II. If there was something that was worth 4 kills, and also something else that was worth 4 kills, you could have both of them on at the same time, and you'd earn them at the same time. But then in this, you can change it between kill streaks and score streaks, which isn't, like, considering the kill streak system isn't specific to each class, you have to know what games you're going to be playing. So if you go into like team deathmatch, you'd obviously just want it, or free for all, you'd want it as kills. But if you go into something like domination or hardpoint, you'd want it as score streaks. So it was really stupid that, like, then there was, you couldn't have like the UAV and the I think the equivalent of the RCXD. You couldn't have both of those at the same time because they cost the same kills, but they also cost the same score, but you couldn't have them both at the same time. And that was just such a weird fucking mechanic. It's like, oh, you can switch between the two, but, it's still the same sort of mechanic thing, and, score streaks are kind of worse in that scenario if you're doing kill streak versus score streak, and you can choose between the two. So it just didn't make sense. And then also the field upgrades. There was a field upgrade that I was using called the DDoS, right? It said it EMP'd players when you used it. It also said it was a slow recharge rate, but I was getting, at least 5 or 6 in a team deathmatch. My problem is that I don't know what some of those field upgrades would have done to me. No one else used that DDoS field upgrade. So I didn't know what the DDoS was doing. When it says EMP'd player on my screen, does that mean it completely, wipes out their entire thing based on range? If they're really close, it wipes out their entire HUD for, a long period of time. If they're quite far away, does it go across the entire map? I don't know. Because no one else used it. So I can't say what the effect was. And that kind of annoyed me with a lot of things. I couldn't see the effect of certain things because people weren't using them. That annoyed the fuck out of me. Then let's go on to the gunsmith and the sort of attachment progression thing that's really kind of just... Oh, let's also go for the UI, all based around mouse movement / that kind of cursor thing that was in Black Ops 4. When we don't have that cursor thing on console, and obviously we don't have mouse on console. So, trying to get through some of the menus is a bit fucked. Hope they fix that. I hope that's just a beta problem. Also, another beta problem, which probably is just a beta problem. Did anyone find it really hard to see people? And also, did anyone else feel like they died in 2 shots when everyone else died in like 5 shots? No? Just me? Probably just me. Hopefully they fix that for the beta. I didn't have problem with spawns that much. There were kind of people sort of flanking round and sort of like camping certain bits and... But, yeah. I hope the spawns aren't as bad as Modern Warfare 2019. But going back to the gunsmith, yeah, I don't know what they were thinking with the gunsmith and the whole kind of unlocking different classes of weapons by using a weapon and getting a different receiver, because like it all implied, right, that like if you chose the M4 and then you went to a different receiver, you changed it to, the LMG variant, then it'd be like that'd be the only way to get it. But if you wanted to use the LMG, you just went over to the LMG tab and went down. It wasn't like, oh, here's a platform for a gun, and then it'd be like, here's the attachments, and then you unlock the receiver at this point, and then when you use, this receiver, you get to this sort of point. No, it was like, oh, you want to use the the LMG of the M4 platform? Go over to the LMG when you've unlocked it. You don't have to go to the M4 and then change the receiver. So it really just confused me why they did it this way. Because it's a cool idea, don't get me wrong, to then kind of have, like, you know, so many different variations. I can't wait to see, like, all the AK stuff where they have, like, you know, they have the AK-47, the AK-74U, the Dragunov, the RPD, you know, that kind of thing, where they have so many different variations of that, like, of that sort of platform of gun. But the way that they've done sort of this thing, in Modern Warfare 2019, it was meant to be like here's a little secret thing, you know. They're like, if you did put these attachments on the gun, it'd be, you know, the M4 would be an M16, the, you know, AK-47 would be an RPD or an RPK or whatever the fuck. You know, you could do that kind of thing. And then obviously kind of Cold War and Vanguard completely just went, nah, fuck that. And didn't include that kind of thing. But now they're trying to bring it back, but they're trying to be like, it's not secret anymore. It's something you unlock. And then that comes to my point of sort of the camo challenges, you know? And like I said, sort of the class choosing of weapons. If I want to use an assault rifle and I want to use the M4, why would I... What? If I wanted to use an assault rifle, why would I go to the LMG and change the receiver to the assault rifle? Why not just go over to the assault rifle M4? It just doesn't make any sense of how they've done it. They thought of how to do something and they implemented it, but then they just went, but we've still got it the same way as what we do before, and they just went, fuck it. Doesn't matter. So yes, unfortunately, I would love to play Modern Warfare 2, but it's really confused in what it's trying to do in every single way. The perk revamp and the gunsmith revamp just really doesn't make any sense. Like, it's a cool idea, it just doesn't make any sense. And, you know, and yeah, the perk earning is a stupid mechanic, and everyone being sweaty from Warzone, and sort of that strong SBMM, the harsh SBMM is kind of yeah, let's just hope they fix a lot of things for the main game. But yeah, you will not see me playing it, unfortunately. I'll be skipping it again. Which is unfortunate, because not that I was looking forward to this game. I didn't realise when the beta was coming out. I only realised on the Thursday. Yeah, was it Thursday? Yeah, when like the sort of pre-order days of the beta, and I was like, oh, people were playing the beta. I didn't even realise it come out. And then, you know, and then I downloaded it and played it myself. Yeah, I hope they fix a lot of the problems from the beta. But yeah, unfortunately, it just seems really confused in itself, and just I'm not going to be playing it, unfortunately. I would like to, because I do like the mechanics, but if Warzone 2.0 is going to be coming out the same day as Modern Warfare 2 beta, as Modern Warfare 2 2022, then there is kind of no reason in my mind to play Modern Warfare 2 2022 if, you know, the only thing you liked about it was the gunplay, sort of the other gameplay sort of mechanics and stuff. So that's my full opinions on Modern Warfare 2. It has potential, but it kind of seems like they screwed about too much, and it just seems like wasted potential. I can't wait to see what the campaign's like. But yeah, so unfortunately that's it. So is Cold War going to get any more weapons? No. You don't think so? Okay, well that's kind of more melee weapons. That sucks. They already put the fucking scythe in recently. I don't want to do that. But anyway, thank you everyone for watching this. And if you are gonna go play Modern Warfare 2 2022, I hope you have a great time playing it, playing the campaign, playing Spec Ops and everything like that. And I can't wait to sort of see some Warzone 2.0. let's hope that all the mechanics that they brought from Black Ops 4 into Warzone don't completely fuck it up and make it horrifically unplayable. But thank you everyone for watching, and peace out.